Welcome, everyone. I am Madison, your host of the Arkhive. And first of all, can I just say what a year it's been? It's almost the end of February, but I feel like I've lived 1,000 lives. It's been not only on it's been personally, it's been professionally, but just the geopolitical state of the world right now. I mean, it's just insane. I mean, everything's happening right now. Like genuinely, it's everything everywhere all at once. But I think that's what makes what I'm about to share with you so much sweeter, because today I am here to talk about quite literally one of the highlights of the past month of 2026 for me, and that has been the release of my favorite group who is active right now, XG, the drop of their first full album. And wow, can I just say, round of applause for the Alphas. We made it this far. I genuinely sometimes groups you get stuck in just the EP, you get stuck in the singles. And so the fact that XG was giving us a full album, I was excited. I was thrilled when I heard about this. And first of all, the day came and passed. January 23rd, 2026. And it is now a month later. I'm recording this on February 23rd, 2026. And I just want to tell you why I waited to make the episode, right? Because the beautiful thing with a group like XG is you always know those first few weeks, and really the first few weeks of any comeback is going to be just full of performances. So we had the performances at the music stages in Korea. We got to see Hypnotize live. We also got to see Rock the Boat. They've started their tour, and that's the thing. XG is already on the road. They're already on the road. They've got 4 to 5 shows already under their belt. Yokohama, Osaka, I think they were just in Nagoya. And can we just say, from a fashion level, the girls are already leveling up. We've got Jiren, who's got a partnership with Chanel Makeup. We've got Kokona, who is representing now with Gucci, and Juria with Dior. And I just know that the rest is truly yet to come. When I was writing for this episode this weekend, the music video teaser for Rock the Boat had just dropped. And it was just another sign of why I had to wait, right? There was so much happening. There was genuinely so much happening. I just felt like as soon as I start, my content was going to be dated. So, I say all that to say I'm not complaining. I'm really not, because what a amazing 4 weeks it's been. It's a great time to be a part of the XG fandom. I'm so happy to be in Alphas right now because we're so well fed. Like genuinely, I'm living and loving it. The music video for Rock the Boat came out yesterday, and can I say I also posted a video of that. Why does it already have 100,000 views? So either y'all are, I think everyone's really loving it, and the engagement there, it just has me so excited because I need XG to blow up off of these songs that were on this album. Like genuinely, us as Alphas, I need you to understand, especially on the day like February 23rd, we need to soak all this up and continue spreading the word about the great music that XG has released with this comeback. If you couldn't tell already, I love XG. They are my favorite group that is active right now. I need you to understand how I came to love this group and what their music means to me, because when I think back to the first time I saw XG, and I was debating even mentioning this, so I guess the first step into the confessional of this episode, right? I actually saw Tippy Toes when it came out, but I just assumed that this was the JYP Japanese group for some reason. Right? So I apologize. I was obsessed with Tippy Toes. I actually really loved Mascara. And then a few years later, right, because life is crazy, I hear Left and Right and Shooting Star. And I'm like, is this the same group that just released Mascara? I couldn't believe it. I was a casual fan at that point, and I had been listening to just those 2 songs in my playlist. And at some point, I want to say, I'm sorry, I was using DJ X on Spotify. He introduced me to some other XG songs, because then I heard Puppet Show, and I started to really dive deep into the group that XG was. And I just want to paint the scene for you. I used to live in Atlanta, Georgia. I would be driving down to Decatur to go and do my little glass blowing session and make a fun little cup or a little fish at Decatur Glass Blowing. Shout out to y'all. And I would would be rolling my windows all the way down, blasting their music as I'm riding down 75 and through those Atlanta streets. And it was truly wow. I mean, those were, when I think back to some of my favorite memories, like XG has been there with me. Like, puppet show. Wow. So when I found out that XG was actually having a show near me in Duluth, it just made sense. Like at this point, I was still a casual fan. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy a ticket. I lived in Atlanta, so a lot of groups came, and I was of the opinion, like, I'm not paying for hotels. I don't have to travel. So yeah, I'll spend $300 on a ticket. We'll see. And that $300, I think it was actually about $250. I need y'all to know I was so close to that stage. Like I was right by the speakers to the point that I probably should have had some headphones on. But I wouldn't have traded that experience or my busted eardrums for the world because I was so close to the stage. And I feel like that just cemented a little bit more of the the obsession that I started to get with XG because I'm standing there and I'm literally looking at Jaria, who is maybe 12 feet away from me, just fully delivering the vocals on a Mariah Carey song. And I'm like, I used to sing this song in karaoke. Like, I understand how challenging this song is, and she's just singing it like it's freaking butter. Seeing their performance that close to, like, they were giving energy the entire night. And I'm gonna post some clips. Like I had a blast. I told myself, like, I'm not even gonna record because I know everyone else here is gonna record for me so I can watch these videos back later. I was just there jumping and dancing up and down, and I tried to find myself in the I tried to find myself in their vlog. You couldn't see me, but I was genuinely on the edge. I feel like they had to have seen me. I feel like she definitely saw me. I'm going to pretend that she saw me on that stage, right? So keep in mind, I just saw them live. I go home. I'm like, wow, that was the most amazing live performance experience I've seen in a while. And I've seen Blackpink. I've seen 17. I've seen twice. I'm actually seeing twice, thrice tomorrow. So hey girls, I'll see y'all there. I've seen genuinely a lot of groups. But XG, they're up there. They're up there with Twice for some of the best performers I've ever seen live. And if that wasn't enough, I went home, started watching all of the extra series, how they came to be. I learned everything about the group. So I'm at this point, like, I'm all in. And then a few weeks later, the beautiful album all dropped. And it may have been a few days now that I'm thinking about it. That album, oh my gosh. When I heard Is This Love, that song, wow, easily became one of my favorite XG songs of all time, right up there with In the Rain, because that is equally just as good as another song. So I just, if I wasn't locked in enough, I was already just, wow. I'm an alphas all the way down. They then went to perform at Coachella. They complete their tour. They release Million Places. And I don't even really mean to skate over Coachella like that because I need you all to understand that I stayed up both weekends on the East Coast to watch and record the experience that was those episodes. And if you want to know how I felt, you can look on my channel because I've actually recorded a lot that people just haven't seen, and that's okay. That's okay because I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me. So anyways, I loved Coachella. I love the outfits. Oh my gosh, the windowsill outfits, the unidentified flying object. Ugh, I was obsessed. It was cut, it was gaggy, and that group did not disappoint me when they were on stage up there at Coachella. I heard all their vocals. They were practically yelling in those mics. Anyways, this is not a video for how great XG's Coachella performance is. I'm going to keep moving on. What I'm trying to say is they then released Million Places at the end of their tour, their first world tour. And do you know how that song opens? It says, I just touched down in A-Town. I went to Atlanta. I lived in Atlanta. I went to the show in Atlanta. She said, I spent last night in H-Town. You all don't know it, but I'm from Houston. Smart Financial, where she performed, I graduated on that same stage in 2017. And yes, I'm going to insert a clip. So yes, that means that I've shared the same stage with XG in quotation marks. I'll claim it. I'll claim it. But when I heard that, I genuinely like, I almost got chills. I was like, are they talking about me? I was, and plus it was just also just a beautiful song. Being able to hear that live at Tokyo Dome, amazing, amazing. Gosh, I love XG. I love XG. So, anyways, I just have paraphrased my entire 2 years of standing this group. I love XG because they are performance queens. They also don't miss. They really don't miss. And so when I think about just each of the songs that they have put out up until this point, as I'm thinking about like a full album, it almost, not that it made me scared for them, but let's just say, like, I'm not gonna lie, I had huge expectations for, I mean, I'll even say I had great expectations for what this album was going to be. And honestly, XG has really never let me down. Like I said, I got a glimpse of what we were about to receive in January. I mean, we all got a glimpse, but you get it. In December, I watched that Gala video. Oh my gosh. I'm pausing for dramatic effects because that was an amazing video. That was an amazing song. And honestly, after I heard that, that's when I started to get scared because I'm like, oh Lord, if this is what they are releasing as just a teaser, as just a glimpse, as just a little taste of what we're about to receive on this album, then what is the core? So before I get into things track by track, I need you all to understand that I sat with this album, right? This is the other reason why I waited a month to give my review, because I really needed the album to almost like marinate with me in my head. Like, I have been listening to it day in and day out. There are some days that's the only thing I listen to. I had a few flights this past week and I was writing and fully listening to the album on trying to get cross country across the US. So I put in my 10,000 minutes with XG this month. I mean, my Spotify DJ kept telling me I was one of the first 10,000 listeners every week to listen to a specific track on the track list, which is funny to me. But hey, I take it because guess what? Me and XG are locked in. So before I get into the album, right, you understand that I've sat with it. I'm going to go through this track by track. I'm going to give you my first impression. I'm going to give you what it means to me 1 month later. But I'm also going to give you a few things that I loved, some of the signature moments, and then we're going to finish off with that final rating for each of the songs and what it means overall for the core and my final rating of this album. And so before I even, I just knew before I listened to any of the tracks that I had to mentally be in the right headspace, because these songs are about to be the full next year with XG. Because XG is that group, when they release music, when they released a project, they're not just promoting one or two songs off the list. They don't understand concepts such as title track and B-side, because every song on their albums, on their EPs up to this point, they're all title tracks because XG promotes every song. And so that's why I knew, I was like, you know what? I have to be locked in, because it may just not be Gala. It might not just be Hypnotized that I'm obsessed with and have to dissect. So anyways, I had a crazy day at work that Friday, so I waited till the 24th. I got up early that morning. I put my headphones in. I have a whiteboard in my room, so I'm like taking notes, pacing back and forth, just really taking in all of this new energy. And XG, by no surprise, starts off the core with another kind of prelude to the album, right? And for this project, it's called Signal. It feels very somatic, really kind of sets the scene for what we're about to experience. The first track of this album true song, not a prelude, is Gala. And we already heard that song back in December of 2025. But I'm going to talk about it again because Gala felt like Lady Gaga and 2NE1 had a baby. And I just want y'all to know, like, I haven't felt this energy just in music and ages since I've watched a 2NE1 video. Like, the sass, the energy, the attitude, the looks, the raps, the bars, the vocals, like anyways, I made a whole 30-minute video about this one song in this music video back in December. So please check it out if you want to. But that was our first transmission, if you will, of what the core was going to sound like in total. And let me just say, XG was already giving us a message. I said it then and I'll say it here again. This song is the full embodiment of XG doesn't even need to go to the Met Gala. But if they did, it is not even a sign that, wow, like XG is that group. It's, wow, the Met Gala understands true fashion because they've invited XG to this event. And as of right now, from what I've seen in this music video, maybe the Met Gala doesn't understand high fashion because they haven't invited XG. Maybe that's the hill that we're gonna have to set our stakes on. So what does this song mean to me now? I listen to Gala almost every day. I watch them on The Voice, which I haven't even talked about because personally, I've been on The Voice, and when I heard that they were going to be performing on that show, I knew, like, they are doing it different. They are setting a new stage. They said it themselves before this album even came out. They were setting their sights on America, and actually came to The Voice. I don't know if I've ever heard of another group performing on The Voice like they have. So anyways, I said what I had to say. What does this song mean to me now? Everything. It means everything. It carried me through to January of 2026 on the 23rd. I mean, actually knew that they had to drop something meaningful in December, and that they did. Like, they truly delivered. Like, that song, wow. It, ugh, I can't talk about it anymore because I have to get through the rest of these songs, and I've already talked about it 28 minutes on this channel, but I think you all get it. I'm obsessed with this song. It is a pure 10 for me across the board. XG just did it again. Like, just absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. When I first heard those notes on Rock the Boat, because keep in mind, and I forgot to mention this at the top, but I did not look at the track list fully for this album because I just wanted to listen kind of cold turkey and just hear how things played out and really understand, like, okay, are there any tracks, not even knowing their names, that are automatically resonating with me? Because I didn't want to have any preconceived notions about any of the music on this album. And so when I heard Rock the Boat, I automatically found myself moving to the music. I mean, it's one of those fun songs that just makes you want to get up and dance. And genuinely, I feel like I didn't realize that this was Rock the Boat until I heard the chorus, and I wanted that confirmation because I could hear the interpolation that was done there. But I mean, wow, it was done so well. And like, when I think about just even how the song starts, Maya and Juria, which their voices are sounding so good. Like, I feel like they've gotten even better at singing with their Hey Boy and then Say Boy. It's already just hooked. Like, actually had me. And then we get into the pre-chorus, and the latter notes genuinely pop perfection. And I love, like, the echo that's there on their voices. Like, I just feel like it makes their voices sound that much more clear. And let me just say, when I think about the rap section of this song, like, I'm keep in mind, I'm listening to the album, so I really don't know what they're saying. I'm trying to pick up on lyrics. I heard Kool-Aid. I said, wait. And then bootleg, and then Gucci. Durin's verse, I was gagged upon first listen. I was already like, you know what? Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love the shout out that Coconut gave to Aaliyah. Really, the climax of this song to me was the little dance break session. And I guess, okay, spoiler alert, yes, I have seen the stage. That is my favorite section of the song. Like that break between like that end of the chorus with the raps to the beginning of the bridge where they are dancing around and just like shaking their butts. Like, oh my gosh, like, wow. I just amazing, just amazing. But when the girls come back afterwards with XO, you playing that game back to back. Oof. It's a perfect song. Like I don't know how else I can tell you like that it was not a perfect song. And after having seen the music video too, which was just so fun. It's pushing the siren energy forward. When you think about Aaliyah's version of the iconic song from back then, how she's very quite obviously talking about changing position, moving in the middle of the line from Coconuts verse is a direct tie-in and really tribute to Aaliyah's song. And I just love that XG's version takes it that much further of saying that they're almost afraid afraid of the feeling that they get of being knocked off the boat. Like, I just love that this song has this meaning now because let me tell you, I fully resonate with that. I am the type of person, like, I'm afraid of love. Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's a topic for my therapist, but genuinely, listening to this song made me think back to a situation where I was in college and obviously, like, head over heels about this one guy and genuinely could feel that my boat had been rocked, but there was like nothing I could do. Like I didn't know how to act. Like it was just crazy. So anyways, I love it. I love it. I'm reflecting on my love life, but thank you, XG, for that. There are so many, like this is true pop perfection, right? Rock the Boat is just truly pop perfection. And for me, that's why I'm giving it a 9.5. Like, this is such a solid song. Like, genuinely, as a black person, I think it's beautiful that they're bringing in musical tributes like Aaliyah and doing it well. You know, this song is truly a 10, but I'm saving some for Aaliyah. So we got to save zero point 0.5 for Aaliyah. And at this point, I'm like, wow, I'm shocked. Like this album is off to a great start. Like I've listened to Gala. It sounds amazing. Like I'm already hyped. I just listened to, Rock the Boat. Like it sounds freaking amazing. Like I love this Aaliyah throwback. Like, wow, like where else is XG gonna go? Like they take us across the galaxy with the song that is Take My Breath because like it's like retro futuristic. Like I was trying to, this is why it's so hard. It's the genuinely XG's music is X pop because I'm almost trying to define it. Like it's hard to, it's so hard to define. But the one thing I do know, my first impression is that I thought this song was Hypnotize. I thought this was the title track because I'm listening to the lyrics. My V was high, like summer nights, all the steps of really light. Like, okay, Tick and Talk, I'm running out of patience. Like, okay, like, because at this point, I hadn't even watched the music video for Hypnotize. I was saving it until after I watched or actually listened to the album. And so, as imagine my surprise when I hear just this amazing song and find out it's not even the title track of this album, which is just, I'm not even complaining, but it's just, this is why I love XG. When I think about from even a vocal level, the first part of the song, what really made me pause that morning is that Tick and Talk, I'm running out of patience. Like the way it makes you stop and like just the airy vocals through it all, like, wow. I was blown away. I was truly blown away. I feel like the instrumental of the song got me before I even heard any of the words. Like, wow. But the piano and the bass guitar, that's what I mean about this instrumental. Like you actually feel the song start to speed up as they get towards the chorus. And especially with that drum right before the chorus, like it just, this song really made me feel like I had walked into a party and I'm having a great night and I end up locking eyes with someone that I liked. And as I'm sitting here thinking that, I'm like, wait, I have felt this way because I had locked eyes with the guy from college that I really liked in the club, and we ended up hanging out. And can I just say, like, this song put me back into that time as I'm standing there with my group of friends. I've got my cup of juice, which is the which was the okay, let's maybe redact that. I had my cup of juice from that night, and it was this party, and I like, we're talking, we're having a good time, and I literally give him my drink because honestly, I was just tired of holding my cup. And when I tell you he took my drink and drank out of it, wow, that's like a for my fanfic girlies out there. I mean, he literally took my breath if you think about it. And I think the sad thing is that we just kind of stood in silence next to each other for the next 30 minutes. But we were both, I'm a nerd through and through, and so is he, in college, that was definitely my kind of guy. But anyways, I mean, wow, actually just making me really sit here with my with my crushes from back then, because this song really makes me feel like I am genuinely right back in that moment. It's it's really amazing, and I think that's just the beauty of XG's music. Like, not only do you feel it from just the track that you're listening to, but they are able to just convey so many emotions through their vocals. Like, the fact that this, just listening to the song, it helps me, or really takes me back to something I experienced over 5 years ago at this point. It's just insane to me. It's just insane. And genuinely, like, this song to me, like, the more and more I listen to it, it's really giving like Dua Lipa. Like, it's like that Dua Lipa kind of vibe, but genuinely in the best way. Like, it's like in an XG way. Like, it's I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time, right? Like, this song, I think for me, is so perfect. Like, I'm almost putting it up there with Puppeteer as one of genuinely my favorite XG songs of all time. Like, it's up there for me. Like, I know the XG, like, I really hope that they will promote this song in the future, and I'm hoping that it's promotion in the US, because I'm telling you, the US, America is going to eat this up to the point I have an idea for the music video. So, safe to say, Simon, if you look, I've got some notes. I've got some notes, and I will be sharing them. But I don't want to even move on from this song. The bridge, wow, this is one of the best bridges I think I've heard in a minute. Like, genuinely, I don't know where Simon or Chancellor went to school, but was it at MIT? Because did they start at architecture? Because wow, that bridge is perfection. Like, I don't even think that there is anything I would change about this song. Like, it is genuinely so good. I could listen to it for 30 minutes on loop. And I know because I have. And for that reason, I am actually giving this song a 12. I cannot give it a 10. It's it's better than that. It's extra. Like, this extraordinary group. It's amazing. So at this point of the album, I realized, like, I guess I'd already said XG was not playing around, right? We had heard some super poppy songs that are genuinely pop perfection that I would expect to turn on my radio and just genuinely expect to hear on a US station. It shocked me. It actually shocked me. It sounded like just pure R&B. And B. And I was like, wow, I haven't heard like a real R&B track from a group in a minute. Like, the pre-chorus of this song. Oh my gosh. Why did it feel like they were taking us to church? And I feel like I heard a choir or something on there. Like, wow, like, this is, as a black person, I can say this. This is black music. And XG, wow. XG took us to church. They really did. And to me, it just really feels almost reminiscent of like those like iconic, and I'll just even say this as I think about how this song started. I mean, maybe even a question. I was curious, how is Jordan gonna know when to start singing? Because she comes in like literally immediately. And her vocals are so clear. Like, wow. She's like so, you know, I remember watching Durin being afraid to sing, but her tone is coming through so clear on this song. Like, genuinely, uh, I love Durin. She is bias record number one. Like, I think she was probably my first bias. Like, she is never playing around. She gives me like Jessica vibes from Girls' Generation. Like, she is really given kind of Ice Queen to me. I don't know, but maybe that's just, anyways. Druid's my girl. She delivered as the opener on this track, and this was really a moment where the vocals shine through, because, like I said, they took us to church with the pre-chorus, but that outro, mm, that outro, mm, iconic, just genuinely, ugh, iconic. And I will say, like, this is one of the songs that it actually took me a minute to really have to sit with. It had to grow on me because I was genuinely so thrown off that morning after having heard like just pop perfection to be thrust into R&B. And I'm not gonna lie, like seeing the choreo, because I will say I was up in my room like automatically rolling, like I just knew this was a body rolling song. And so when I saw Hinata initially roll her body on that stage, I was like, you go girl, because that's exactly what I was doing in my room that morning. But that just goes to say the choreo and the live performance took this song up for me. It really pushed it to the next level. And honestly, like I said, that outro is going to do it every single time. Genuinely. And I think that's just what I love about standing a group like XG. You may not even like the song, which I'm not saying I didn't. I actually really love this song. But their choreo, the way that they perform it live, it helps you appreciate the music that much more. So yeah, I will even say, like, to me, especially hearing that pre-chorus, I was never a huge Ariana Grande fan, but this song really sounded like something that may have been like off of her Sweetener album, especially with the piano there. And can I just say, like, this to me, this song, like, as I'm just thinking about the lyrics, the words, the meaning, like, XG, wow. I have really felt, especially that morning, like I was unearthing such romantic trauma because, yes, same guy from the past two songs, he was no good, Arkhive. He was no good. So, anyways, I really feel it because mm, why wouldn't he respond to my text? But anyways, that that's besides the point. I just want to say the fact that we are getting just such levels of XG sharing like their thoughts, or just really just it seems like their emotions about these romantic relationships. It really also kind of makes me aware that hey, they're growing up now. This song to me is a solid 8. Like this is a solid XG track. I am looking forward to seeing them perform it live. It's that song, it just continues to get better and better the more I listen. If I wasn't already at this point just pacing back and forth in my room listening to this album, just already shocked at the range of music that XG has given and shared already. And to this point, I don't even think I'm halfway through the album. I then played the title track, Hypnotize. My first impression, I just felt like I don't know if I've ever heard a song like this before. Like, I don't think I've ever heard anything like this before. Like, and the song sounds so beautiful. Like, I genuinely feel like I am just transcending upwards and floating when I listen to this song. And I just can't help but wonder, did XG hypnotize me? You know? Like the song itself is so enchanting. Like it starts with Juria's like airy vocals. You're hearing just bits and pieces of the song, and before you know it, you are thrust into the chorus, and the beat hits, and you are pulled in by Chisa's belts. which, can I just say, like, I don't even, like I said, I don't know if I've ever heard a song like this before, but her belting in the chorus reminded me so much of, like, it was like Whitney Houston-esque. And I don't even know if I fully understand what I'm saying when I say that. But, like, anyways, I was I was blown away. I was genuinely blown away. Like, when I think about what I love about this song, like, I don't even have time to get into the full music video for this episode. But the choreo is amazing. Like, I want to note, like, I think this is one of the first times that XG was using choreo that wasn't by Sienna, and it's different than their usual choreo vibe, but I feel like it works so well for this song. And that is, I feel like, been reflected by all of the TikToks that I have been seeing online of the community making the videos. Because this song is going, like, not only am I feeling it, I know y'all have been feeling it. Everyone has been feeling it. Like, this song, the choreo, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I will say here too, like, the lyrics of this song, like, XG, I'm gonna have to make another video about the power of XG's manifestations, because I truly believe everything that they have said is come true. And so by them making this song that, hey, you're running from what you can't escape, like, they're coming for y'all. Like, I hope you know, if you are an XG fan now, you're going to be. If I can help spread the word and make you an XG fan, like, I would love that as a disciple of the alphas. Like, that is what I'm here to do. But even if I don't, XG is coming for y'all. Like, that's what they're saying in this song. And I think what really also just took things to yet another level for me is the whisper in the like, before we get to the climax of the song. I forgot that people used to whisper on the track. And having Hanada do, like, I'm trying not to, like, throw my hands up and just say absolute cinema and lose my mind right now. But wow, genuinely, I said before that you hear or you feel like you're being hypnotized through this song. And the girls are saying with the click of sound, watch me hypnotize. And before you get to that end part, wow, you hear a snap and almost like some pictures as if XG has been watching you. And now you're freaking hypnotized. Like, the attention to detail that even goes from an arrangement level, it's just why I love XG. Like, it's the attention to detail. Like, genuinely, wow. I cannot stop listening to this song. Like, it has a perfect climax. It's so fulfilling. Like, I'm blown away. I'm genuinely blown away. And each member truly had just such a special moment. I talked about Juria's opener with her super airy voice. I talked about Chisa just delivering time after time on the chorus. But also, can I just say, what made it so hard for me listening to this album, I very quickly realized the members, like, they are not just staying aligned to their rap or their vocal lines, which they never have. But to hear Chisa here doing these kind of talking rap, my command becomes your reason. Like, I was like, I can't even say that I love this. Like, I'm trying to get through this video, but I'm getting overwhelmed by how much I love this song. Maya, cut the compliments. That's just common sense. Like, I resonate with that verse so hard. What was surprising to me, I didn't realize that Kokono was doing the end verse at the climax. So you have your vocalist rapping. You've got your rapper with the deepest tone doing doing your climax. Wow. Wow. I just, Hinata with her whisper, like, that also just made the song so clear. Like, just, it's perfection. from the start to the end, genuinely. And so as I sit 1 month later and really think about this song that is Hypnotize, like, of course, like, I don't even think I really mentioned this, but XG has been hinting through this whole comeback that they are sirens. And we really knew, because in the teasers before they released this track, they talked about, or not they talked, but they showed them in almost like a, what is it, the Shape of Water, type of vats, and, Jurin had the long tail. So I just knew that it was giving siren energy. And so when I'm hearing Chisa doing that belt in the chorus, like, I hope you understand, like, that is siren. That is siren energy. Um, yeah, I mean, there's absolutely no words for how perfect this song is, because it's not just, like I said, from a lyrical or a sound level. They really are bringing this hypnotizing theme throughout it all the way, right? We think about the instrumental, right? The beats and the gong as it starts, like, it's like fully bringing you in. The vocals are just so stacked in the chorus. Like, it just sounds so futuristic. Like, I almost wish I could almost also get the instrumental for this song, because it's just another flawless producing track that's coming out of, Simon and Chancellor working together. But I think I mentioned this before, but the camera sounds that you hear that lead up to the climax, like they mentioned in the song that it happens with the click of sound, and in the song you would literally hear a click right before the climax, and the person is hypnotized. Like, it's those attentions to detail that just truly, to me, that's when I say that XG is raising the bar. It's that and genuinely, like, the fact that we're just getting that level of storytelling even in the lyrics as we're progressing through the song, like, I'm trying. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best because I have so many other tracks to talk about, but this song is going viral in Korea. It was going viral on TikTok. It was everywhere for a reason. And it's genuinely because the song is so good. Like, this is another S tier track from XG. They have genuinely done it again. For this to be the title track of their new album coming out, the core, like their first full album, like, yeah, I understand why. Like, this song, all absolute perfection, no notes, like absolute cinema. Just fully amazing. And so, like, if I thought that I couldn't like this album anymore, this song Up Now makes me feel like Sharpay Evans. And I know you all know what I'm talking about, that fabulous song in High School Musical. I love Up Now. I was really curious what this song was going to be, but I just love how fun it is, right? Like, this is a track where I feel like XG's emotions really are coming through on the ad libs. And I almost want to ask the members, which of the ad libs did you enjoy doing the most? Because genuinely, Jurin say cheese, coconuts run it, the look at that, never that, not Sal, not down, what now? Like, it's just such a fun song, and I know that actually was in the booth having fun recording this song as well. And I'd say another hand clap for the instrumental, because I at first thought that it was strings I was hearing in the background, but I realized I think it's those like steel, like, isn't that the steel drums they play in the Caribbean? And especially that sound that goes back and forth in the intro, like, genuinely, you already know, like, actually just has amazingly produced tracks. I had to genuinely stop writing every few minutes as I was listening to Up Now, because the song is just so fun. Like, it automatically makes me want to dance. It's the song that I continuously come back to when I need just like an uplift, because genuinely, like, wow, I will admit this to you all. I didn't think I was going to. When I first listened to this song, I thought, and what made me really love the song so much upon first listen, is I thought they were saying, up now, make my own bed cause I'm up now. It's not make my own bed cause I'm up now. It's actually make them all mad cause I'm up now. But guess what? It doesn't matter because I like it either way. I think it makes sense either way. And next, she's right. They do have them all mad because they're up now, right? And that's why I just love this song. The meaning, and really, as I'm thinking about this a month later, the meaning to me is just personal, right? I, over the past year, have moved from Atlanta to Pennsylvania, and the song feels like the stage that I'm in. I was also up so early in the morning, so listening to the album. So I also just felt like I was up now, right? So not only did I move up, right? I feel like I'm up this year too. Like I'm doing better than I was last year. I drove uptown, so I drove into New York City. Now knowing that the lyrics are make them mad, like I bet my haters are mad right now because I'm doing great. And yes, I'm thinking about you. You can go and fuck yourself. And genuinely, like when they said doing my dance, like I every time I hear this song, I am dancing. I'm out there dancing, and even the verses on this track are so fun because you can tell that the group is in there just singing the song, putting their heart into this. Like, wow. So, because I really resonated with this song and with this music, like, to me, it's an amazing track. It's a 10. Honestly, a personal favorite for mine. I felt like the choreo could have been a little stronger after seeing it live, but knowing this now, like knowing what I know now, like it's okay, but we're going to keep moving because, we go from Hypnotized, which was just an amazing immersive song, makes you feel like you're transcending and floating up through the sky. Then you get to Up Now, it just makes you feel like you're there with your girls, hanging out, having a great time, and you are up. Like, genuinely, you're up. Like, it's just an amazing song. And so when I heard the rock early 2000s grunge, that was the song that was obviously Reed's, bro, I was shook again. This was the second moment in the album where I was shook to the point where I had to like almost catch myself. Like I was as shook as I was talking when I listened to No Good, because this song just gave me like that early 2000s montage that you would see in all those Disney movies where they would skip school and drive across town and ride their skateboards through the mall, and maybe they started a food fight and then they leave before the police show up and they all run into the field running from the police and laugh together, and they realize that they couldn't live without each other because they're friends. And genuinely, that is exactly what this song is. Like I said, when I first listened, I was shocked because I was not expecting a rock song on this album. But I'm glad that I got it in there. And I see that XG is also ready for Act 3 because it's coming, And I just need y'all to know, I was automatically bumping my head, like banging my head, like just going hard with the music. And as someone who has had 2 concussions, that's very dangerous because I got immediate vertigo, which is fine. But another reason why I just truly love this song is the fact that, like, I'm not someone who gets to curse that often. And this song gave me a great opportunity over the past month to really relieve some stress. And even as I'm driving, just like it's a perfect song to have on. And the fact that XG is pushing the label and putting out a rock song, like I genuinely never thought that I would hear this type of music from them, but I love it. I love it. And what made me love it so much, Coconut came on to this song sounding like Pop Smoke. Like genuinely, I love their tone, amazing delivery. It brought me immediately into the world that is obviously Reach Bro from XG. And let me just say, what's up, though? I tell my girls, what's up, bro? I'm on my way, my bruh. I'm walking through the front door. And Brody brought the boombox. The music's so explosive. I'm about to turn the rule off. I'm wilding with my brosip. Like, amazing. No notes. Like, I genuinely, when I first heard this song, I was shocked because I was like, XG and Rock, they're rapping on a rock song. But the more I listen to it, the more I love it. Like Maya's rap, her brohim, like, okay, we're talking about brothers in Irish now. Like, like, wow. But I mentioned that this was like that early 2000s grunge music. Like, when I think of a member that just truly embodies this song, like,
It's Hanada.
I'd say too, I think it's really nice that they made a skating reference for Jurin, like, uh, especially her skating through the halls. We know she's a skateboarder. So, even during this time, side note, it makes me wonder, like, would Jurin be in the Olympics right now? The Winter Olympics if she wasn't ex chief? Anyways, so I'm grateful. This is a beautiful thing and just amazing. Like I said, on the surface, this song sounds so fun. It's such a fun song. And I can just tell that it's going to be such a fun song for them to perform to. But for such a deeper meaning, the group really kind of banded together and wrote this song to talk about just how strong they feel together as a group. Like, nothing's going to break them. They've got each other's backs, especially with the announcement that Coconut came out with. Like, this song was just such a beautiful addition to the album. And that's what I love. On the surface, it just sounds so fun, but it just means so much more. For that reason, I had to rate it a 10. Like, it's another beautiful addition. I can just tell, like, even of seeing some of the clips of them running across the stage and just having fun with each other. Like, I am so excited to see this song perform live. So, anyways, I am ready. Actually, ready when you are when you're ready to release the US dates, because that is another solid 10 across the board on my rating for that song. And the next song is Four Seasons, and this is another pre-track single that we actually got back in December. And let me just say, like, I cannot listen to this song too many times because it genuinely makes me cry. Like, I hate to say that I'm an empath, but sometimes I feel like one because I don't know. I just feel like I can't listen to just super sad music. But I think that's the power of XG. Like, they really embody this into what they create. And so when I think about this song, and especially just how bare bones the track is, like, this is truly just guitar and a time for the vocal line of this group to shine. And they just, I don't know, they just know a way to hit you in the heart with the way that they're sharing the story. Like, it's, to me, it's the pauses for "it's fine" or "I'm fine." Like, the emotion on that. Oh, those lines like that. It's that attention to detail that just takes it up another notch for me. So I will, like, I'm not afraid to admit I have cried like a few times to this song since it's come out. And it's really not even because I'm thinking about like a lost relationship or that no good joker from college that XG kind of forced me to think about at the beginning half of this album. But it's really because I think about my grandma who passed away. Like, I lost her at the end of 2024, actually. And anyway, so it makes me think about like this January to summer, but it still feels cold. But then October, the year's almost over. Like, wow. Wow, like, it's just this song, it takes you through that emotional journey with them. And I think what's also so cool, I had such a hard time figuring out like which member was which when they were singing. Like, I don't know. I think that just goes to show like how powerful this song is, and just their vocal talents are, because they blend so well together. But I think what's probably like my favorite part of this song is the outro, because it is giving, like, when I heard this, I was like, wow. First of all, the heavy reverb is just taking it there. Like, another producing choice that I absolutely love. But it's also giving like SZA realness. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just, I really love this album. Like, anyways, it's just, it's giving me so much. And, I will be adding this to my personal karaoke. And by karaoke, I do mean my secret Smule account, because I need to add my own ad libs to this song. Like, I need to be singing right across, right along with the members here. So anyways, like, as beautiful as this song is, I had to rate it a 9. And it's really because they made me cry, right? They made me cry. So that one is for my tears. But just genuinely, I'm just so happy that she is not afraid to put a ballad track And of course they aren't afraid because they have the talent to back it up. Anyways, their vocal line is unmatched, truly unmatched. And this is just another way that they're just putting it and blasting it in our faces. And so we go from the vocal lines kind of turn to really talk their or sing their shit. And the next song is PS 118, which, we heard Duran's collaboration with Rhapsody, which iconic, so iconic. But the fact that now the rest of the XG members are also getting the time to really talk their shit too, let me tell you, I was really hooked from the beginning. I think this song is just truly so amazing. It reminds me and it really puts me in the mind of like the ciphers that BTS used to release. And of course those were like really high energy, like, dropping the track, right? But they used to have those ciphers on every album. And I bring that up because I need them to keep this going. And I'm saying that as an OG K hip hop fan, right? Like, I think I am not the only one as an OGK hip hop fan that heard the introduction to this song and was like, okay, that's the sample like everyone over there uses. Like, I'm a Code Kunst head. I listen to Muggles Mansion. I'm thinking it's also PJ and maybe on that album, Epic High, Groovy Room, right? I know someone has used this sample. Like, when I first listened to this song and heard PS 118, I'm like, I have heard those sounds before. So I will figure out where I've heard it. But genuinely, I really hope that before I even get into the lyrics of what XG said on this track, I really need them to keep this type of energy every album. Because it's also very reminiscent, and I'm going to mention this name, maybe jump scare, trigger warning for some people. Jay Park. I used to perform, or I know that On It song like the back of my hand. I could sing every verse or rap every verse of that song to you right now. In PS 118, I can just tell this is already going to be that type of just bared down track. I'm just telling you straight up how it is, right? And I bring up Jay Park because no one else, who else is doing it like them? And that's part of what XG is saying on this track too. They each got 12 beats to share their thoughts on PS 118. And Jurin starts off by saying that she's seeing new heights, she's seeing new levels. It's because she's changing levels. She's going the extra distance. Shooting Stars, a call back to the past XG song, calling out the others for just wanting the recognition, but understanding that like XG is going the distance because they want something that lasts. They don't want to be just a trend or a fad. I also have to call out the bar, the way that I plan it. Also plan it like the fact that they wrote these, like, it's just so amazing. And then from her to Coconut, breaking all the boundaries and all limitations, like that's truly what they're doing. A stature so big that it's casting a shadow back on the saddle and back on the wave. Didn't mean to shake the girl, but just happened to rattle that all intergalactic beast girl mash. Flash and fashion, fast, faster, blasted, way past the atlas, laughing at these rappers. Yelling hip hop, you lip syncing with captions, have y'all back and trash it. Kill it first and drop back to back smash hits. What I'm trying to say is I really love this song. And if my vocals were at a better position, I would really be able to deliver it for you right now. But this group is genuinely just reminding you day in and day out that they're putting in the work, they're pushing the boundaries, and that's why they have the music that they do. Like, genuinely, from Coconut mentioning breaking the boundaries and all limitations, that's what they just did by releasing that announcement. Our statue is so big that it's casting a shadow. Yes, because the other groups pale in comparison to XG. They're back on the wave. They're back on the saddle. They're getting back to work. That's what they mean right now. They didn't mean to shake the globe. It just happened to rattle. That's a personal call out to me because I'm a rattler, so I love that inclusion. And then we have Maya, who genuinely Maya is going to bring it every time. Like I have such a hard time trying to decide on a bias for this group, but wow. Maya's intergalactic BC Girl Mashin, more flash and fashion, Grandmaster blasted way past the Atmos laughing at these rappers. Y'all ain't hip hop, you lip syncing with captions? I know so many people have already called out that lyric, but wow, Maya being so bold to say that. Amazing. Like just genuinely, I hope those other groups feel it because they are backing trash tracks. They should throw away their music while XG's over here killing verses and then putting out music. Like what I heard on this album is back to back smash hits. And what's so funny to me is how she ends off this song by saying, I hoping that this message will be landing on the right ears. How many ideas, how many light years? Like, y'all are so far behind us. Even if you're listening to what we're saying, how many ideas of ours are you gonna take? Like, oh, I feel like Maya almost had the most impactful verse on here for me. And then Harvey really comes in. Also, I have to note just some of the wordplay that she has, like, slapping them into next week. Okay, now they get it. Thrift store garments and vintage lenses in session with the best only. There's no stopping once we get going from the get go. Let up normal life, but just less boring, nothing less than a success story. So check for me. Wow. I'm so glad that actually is at a point where they can just fully talk with their chest and say what they want to say because they are that group. I hope they know, like, y'all are that group. Y'all are doing the thing. And these lyrics back up to that. But you know what? I feel like they know that because Jurin says, no place that I'd rather be. Team solid, free fall, no gravity. Me and my girls are co-pilots, graduated from the academy. Like they have put in the work to be at the place that they are now. They understand that they have an unbreakable bond. And I think for us as alphas, we need to also just appreciate where they're at this stage too, because wow. I mean, actually, is only going to continue to continue getting bigger and bigger. But really, I just loved Coconut's next line of any little challenge that comes across us, we like, yes, please. Like that to me, that's the type of energy I'm on. So I just love um, that inclusion, the fact that they've been through so many things that they couldn't process. Like, why would they stress when you're trying to test them on things that pale in comparison to the trials and tribulations that they've been through in the past? Like, wow. Love that Maya knew we were in the comments and getting the assignment. And the fact that Harvey kind of closes it out, like, how many times have you have to tell them? Like, I just feel like this is the perfect way to end this album. Like, welcome to the Wolf Den. Like, this is where we're here. This is what we're doing. And both hands waving till it's broken, both feet kicking till it's open. That means that XG is not going to stop until they accomplish their goals. That's the last thought that they're leaving us with on their first full-length album, The Core. I wow. What an album. What a song. What a statement to make at the end of your first full album. For me, I give this song a 10. It was great. The fact that the members wrote their own raps, right? Like this is just like this is why I love this group. Like they are hungry. They're so hungry. Like it just it's amazing. It's amazing. It's got me so riled up. I almost want to write my own 12 bars about how great XG is. So maybe I will have to do that later, but that concludes the track by track of just going through this album. And so as I take a step back and like just look through it, if this is the first full album that we're getting from XG. Wow. It is truly such a blessing to be a fan of a group that has such amazing music. Like, I'm trying to think of the last time that I've heard a project sound like this, where every song could stand on its own as like just fully a title track, as fully a single that they could promote. And like, it's hard. It's hard because no one is out here doing it like XG, right? I have to say, Absolute Cinema. I think this album was just truly phenomenal. I think for me, the biggest question on after my first listen was like, okay, I get this is the core, but what is the core of XG, right? Because this album played off of so many different genres, but all the music was good. I mean, you know, this album genuinely did sound different from what I was expecting, especially after I heard Gala in December. I think I was even more confused as to what this album was going to sound like. But, I'm not really upset because that's what I love about XG. They're unpredictable when it comes to their music. Like, I don't think I've ever been able to guess where they've been heading with their next songs. But even though it's unpredictable, even though I never know what I'm going to hit as I hit next to hear the next track list, as clearly I felt when I heard No Good and obviously Reedsboro listening to this album, like, despite all those different types of songs we got, they just don't miss, right? And it was unexpected to me. And I have to say this, like, as a Black person, I almost feel like, especially seeing the discourse that is happening on my Rock the Boat video on TikTok, I feel like I have to address this. Like, there are definitely some songs on this album that are inspired by, Black culture, like other Black songs. But there's also so much more, right? And I would say I've never really been offended by XG making this type of music that's very reflective of things that I would see in Black culture. Because when I was at that show in Duluth, yes, I know a lot of alphas gave Simon a hard time for getting up on stage and doing the kind of set that he did. But when I was up there, he was playing like classic Atlanta rappers. And I was looking out into the crowd and I'm like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people out here have no idea who these people are. But the fact that he was playing them, to me, helps me understand they're doing the research, right? So that's all I'm going to say there. But I said, there's definitely music that was inspired by Black songs, but there's so much more. I genuinely felt like that this album, like, I had to wonder, did XG, in sitting and preparing for this album, sit down and think about what what US experience did they want to put together? Because you and I both know that XG has set their sights on America and the US as kind of their next kind of point of entry. Because as I was listening to this album, I just felt so many, it was reflective of like a few different decades, I would say, too, in like American music. And like, I feel like, okay, maybe actually is wanting to share their range here, because I feel like Take My Breath was giving like 60s, 70s esque music. You had Rock the Boat and No Good, which is just that classic, R&B that is the 90s. I would say Orb, and even I'd say maybe even Up Now is like early 2000s music I would hear. And then as I'm thinking about like No Good and Four Seasons, which I already kind of highlighted as being related to Ariana Grande and SZA, like those kind of remind you of music that we hear in the States in the 2010s. Like, I just think about, like, you have like your kind of disco track, you've got a rock track, you've got R&B, you've got a ballad, you've got rock that's very reflective of like a typical like US like breaking out of school experience. Like, I don't know, like I feel like they really sat down and thought about all of this. And I will say in preparing for this album, I looked at what this album means to them to try to better inform myself after that first listen. And they do say that this core is supposed to serve as a bold statement of capturing the group's deepest essence, right? That it's supposed to go beyond trends, beyond embellishments, and focusing instead on the core of their music and their identity. And they even highlighted that the album is supposed to move freely between genres, weaving together different eras and spaces to create a boundless music journey. And I feel like that's all true. That's all very true because at the end of the day, like there were songs on this album that I genuinely feel like I've never heard anything similar to before, right? Like Hypnotize is definitely one of them. I think that there are a lot of songs that sound very similar to other genres and even different eras, right? I even walked through kind of the decades that it sounded like they were following to for my own listening experience. And at the heart of all that is still XG. Like each of these songs still have an XG sound. Like you could give another group a song like Rock the Boat and they just wouldn't do it the same way. Like, like it's just, anyways, I say all that to say that if this first album is truly a reflection of the core of XG, then they're saying that no matter the genre, no matter the type of music they do, they can deliver. And I really love this thought they put that good music holds value on its own. And I feel like that's something a lot of people maybe just don't want to really address. Like XG's music, if you remove the group, if you remove the members, if you were just hearing this on the radio, knew nothing about them, I would be bobbing my head, rocking along, really loving this music. Like at the end of the day, like XG is really delivering good music every single time, right? And I think that's beautiful. And I kind of agree with what they've written here about this being a declaration of X pop because I really think it is, right? They're able to pull on different vibes, different genres, but at the end of the day, they're still themselves. They're still themselves delivering good music time in and time out. And that's why they don't miss. They just genuinely don't miss time in and time again. After listening to XG's first full album, really the only thing I can say is that I'm just so proud of them. Like I think about where they started, they're just 3.5, almost 4 years into their career, and they've achieved so many accomplishments and now solidifying that with a first full album that sounds as good as it does. Like, I mean, applause for y'all. That's absolute cinema. It really is. And you've heard my scores throughout the album, totaling them up, dividing them all together. I'm not including Signal, the first prelude song. Um, Actually, starting off super strong with a final album score of 9.83. So that's our final archive score. It is certified gold, baby. This is an amazing album. As I said, it's a great body of work. I'm proud of XG, but they should also be proud of themselves putting together such great music. And it just makes me even more excited for what's to come, right? So we've already gotten the music video for Rock the Boat. My money's on hopefully Take My Breath being next. Maybe No Good, maybe Up Now. Like I could see any of these songs becoming their next single. But if they do decide to go with Take My Breath, I think that song would be perfect to really solidify them into the American audiences. So, anyways, that's what I'm putting my money on. When I think about just the music video that we got for Rock the Boat, I mean, so fun, so fresh. So I just, anyways, I'm excited for the additional visuals that we're gonna get out of the core. I can also admit now that it's been honestly, I've been sitting on this recording for a few weeks. I have bought the album, I have the physical version, but let me tell you, I want like that full box version that they shared online. It's like in that white form. So I might splurge and buy that for myself. But outside of even buying an album, XG actually has some more of my money kind of like pre-tied up because I am waiting on the US tour dates to drop. Like, when do we think that we're going to get those? Because I'm going to go ahead, like, I haven't planned for any big vacations this year because I need to know where and when actually is performing so I can be there. And I said before, actually, I'm up now, so I won't be seeing y'all in Duluth like I did a few years ago. I will either be in Philly, maybe New Jersey. I'll drive to New Jersey, or maybe even see them in New York. Like, I would do the drive and go and see them in New York City. Honestly, I'm always looking for a reason to get away to Chicago. So, anyways, catch me on multiple tour stops this time around? Question mark. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. We'll see how everything goes. But it just makes me excited because what they're launching the next version, the next platform, the next frontier that they want to move forward with. And that is really conquering the US. So, I mean, here's the thing. They have provided a range of different genres through this body of work. We have rock, we've got pop, we've got the ballads, we've got R&B, we've got disco, we've got straight like rap tracks, like whatever American audiences want actually has proven that they can deliver it. And genuinely, like, what can they not do at this point? So anyways, I'm just excited for what's to come. I'm excited to potentially go to multiple tour dates. I just got done going to the Twice concert a few weeks ago, and let me just tell you, I made 125 phone charms for XG. I'm making at least 500. So for my alphas, I will be out there. I will be out there. Come find me. We are going to share our XG freebies together. But anyways, that concludes my review of this album. I mean, it's almost so hard to like put a pin in what is an amazing, beautiful body of work of the core. Like I said, final score of 9.83. That's solid. Like, it was almost a 10. It was really almost a 10. Um, so, anyways, with that, I'm going to wrap up this episode. I hope you've enjoyed spending some time really enjoying and appreciating the group and the music of XG. I really want to know, what did you think about XG's album? What were your favorite songs? Were there any songs that surprised you like they surprised me upon first listen? And now that we're a few months out from them actually releasing their first album, like, have your thoughts changed? Have any songs grown on you? Have you grown out of love with any of the songs here? So all in all, we have truly made it, alphas. We have experienced XG's first full album. We're in that era. As I said before, we're going to be doing the next year, really living and loving this music. And if you want to stay tuned as I keep up with all of XG's activities over the next year, make sure that you're following us at the Arkhive, right? Are you a part of the Arkhive? Have you followed us on Twitter? We have a YouTube page, is maybe where you're seeing this video now. You can find us on almost all platforms at ARKHIVPOD. That is at ArchivePod. You can also email us at archivepod@gmail.com. Yeah, write me an email, leave some comments, let me know what you think of this album, but then also let me know what you think of this video. Anyways, we're in this together, Arkhive. It's been amazing. I'll talk to y'all next time. This is Madison signing out, and another day of XG truly taking my breath away. We'll talk soon.